in my opinion, writer's block is a myth, and inspiration uh, is a luxury. I think the most important thing is to have a habit to sit down every single day and write, 200 words to 1,000 words. Um, so yeah, I'm actually very rarely struck by the muse. It's I encounter inspiration as I'm working, um, and that carries me on. But I think maybe that's the distinction between poets and playwrights and maybe visual artists and novelists. Um, I've spoken before about the fact that I think novel writing is the least artistic art form, because it's it's more of a craft. It's more of a continual, what would you call it, discipline. Um, and a poet can get some inspiration and write a beautiful first draft of a poem in a few hours. And I'm not saying a poet can write a beautiful piece in a few hours. It will take much more time to sort of refine it, um, and find that sort of vital essence of what the poem is saying. But I think just objectively, it takes a lot longer to write a novel. And you can't put down 80,000 words on a piece of paper, um, just on inspiration. So that's what I mean when I say it's the least artistic art form. You can't sort of flow in and out and just kind of move when the inspiration strikes. You have to go out and find the inspiration.
In terms of art forms, is there a sliding scale? And lots of people would obviously have their opinion of what is the most superior art form. So if we return back to Ruskin going for a walk, for example, the painter can look at a object and appreciate it because they have painted a similar object. They know the intricacies of it, and there's a real appreciation there. Whereas if we say a photographer would see a landscape and they will think, oh, I wish I could photograph that. There's a transactionary element to it. It's the I want something from this rather than I appreciate. And with creative writing, it could be argued that when someone says something, you think, I want to put that, or I want to continue that theme into my book. So it's more transactionary rather than appreciation. What are your thoughts on that?
Mm. Um, I think it depends on your relationship with the person. In that moment, I think if someone knows that you're a writer, um, and understands that's a part of who you are, then they're more than happy for you to put what you just said. Do you mind if I just note it down? Um, it would be it would be strange maybe on a first meeting, someone going, "Oh, no, shush, shush, shush." I don't want you to think I'm doing that. But yeah, so it's an appreciation, because I think novelists are just fascinated by how people work, and love people. Novelists, I think, have a reputation of being sort of brooding and, got a trench coat with the collar up and, sort of Sartre, Camus sort of thing. I think at the heart of that, it's a deep appreciation and curiosity about the human condition. And I think another word for appreciation and curiosity is love. So it it's not transactional. It's a deep affection for what you're doing in this moment, in this weird thing we call human relationships. Um, yeah, but that's my answer.